Well, hello and welcome to this video. I'm so glad you're here. Today I want to talk about some of the things you might think about before obtaining a Bible or maybe choosing a new Bible. I'm speaking mostly to those who are new to the faith, but perhaps you're someone who's been in the faith a while, but you just have never gotten a Bible. There are really two forms of Bible that I want to talk about. One is a physical Bible and the other is an electronic Bible. The physical Bible, you know what I'm talking about. It's a big bound Bible. I have one in giant print because my vision is very poor. But I think you should get one that has what's called red letters. In other words, the words that Jesus spoke are written in red. On my smartphone, I have what's called eSword, and it's electronic Bible. And you can see the red letters written there. I like both forms of Bible. I like to have a physical, and I like to have a digital or electronic. I usually use the Bible that is on my computer. I've downloaded a program called eSword, and I think it's a very good Bible. You can download various versions, NIV, ESV, ISV. ISV is not really out in print except maybe in the New Testament. Also, it has King James, Modern King James, New King James. And I find it helpful. Actually, there's Tree of Life version and an easy to read version. I find it very helpful because when I'm reading, if something is kind of worded and I'm not really sure what it means, I can quickly switch to a different translation and maybe gain some insight into what was meant there because it's translated a little bit differently. It uses a little bit different wording. And I also have King James version with the concordance references that's underneath my my Bible on my phone. That way I can use the King James concordance to read and see what the word actually means. Sometimes that's very helpful to me. Couple of things. You can download an app for a smartphone or tablet. YouVersion is a very good app. It's free. I use eSword, and there's a charge for it on Mac and iPhones. It's free on PC, and that's really where I started with it, and that's where I look at it mostly. But sometimes it's just good to be able to take a book in your hand and read it. There's less technology involved. You could go outside. You don't have to worry about your battery life or anything like that. And like I say, I like both. So let's talk about a couple of different translations or a couple of things about translations. There are some that are translated more literal and some that are translated, I don't remember what it's called, but basically it's a less stringent than a literal translation. There's one called the Amplified Bible. There's some others that are written in a very easy to read version. They're more easy to read. The more literal or stricter translations sometimes can be a little more difficult, a little more terse. New King James Version, NIV, ESV, that's English Standard Version. Those are all great translations. You can use the King James, but some people find that old language a little bit hard to follow. But it's been around for a long time, and a lot of people have done a lot of memory work in the King James Version. But I don't suspect that's going to be an issue for you. So I'm going to show you some online versions. There's one called the Blue Letter Bible. The Blue Letter Bible has a lot of features. It has concordance. It has commentaries. It has textual commentaries. In other words, you'll read those. And then it has audio and sometimes video commentaries. And I'm more of a visual person, and so I like that quite a bit. And the Blue Letter Bible has some of those. It has a lot of, I believe it has an interlinear Bible, which means you can look at it in the original Greek or Hebrew. and in one line of text, and then above it will be the English language, or whatever language you're reviewing in. So that's helpful too, a lot of times, to get the real distinct flavor of what the word is saying. So I've just mentioned a couple here. The Bible Hub. I think there's a thing called Gateway Bible or something. The Blue Letter Bible. If you pick one, I'd say get used to one. You may look at all of them, but get used to one. That way, you'll become more familiar with the way that you can access concordance or commentaries. Once again, the couple that I know of that are apps that I would suggest would be eSword. It is free as an app on your Windows computer. I don't know about Android phones. iPhones, there is a cost, and for Mac products, basically, there's a cost. So either way, get you a good Bible and read it. Like I said, I prefer one with the red letters, so you know those words that are in red letters were spoken by Jesus. So you know what was spoken by Jesus, and then maybe what the apostles had said that Jesus had done, and those are not in red letters. So it's easy way to find a distinction between what Christ said and what others may have said. So I think that's about all I can give you on this. It's not a lot of things involved here. It's pretty simple, but I do think you need a Bible. You need to find out what the Lord has for you, what He says. Learn what He wants you to do. The more you read, the more you understand Him, the closer you will be to Him. I'm going to tell you, the more joy, the more peace. You'll just have a fuller life in God's Spirit. So I'm going to quit there. That really concludes this short talk I wanted to give you on finding a Bible. Listen, I want you to know two things. I love you with the love of Jesus, and Jesus loves you. Thank you. Bye now.